Hello, welcome to Effykon Article Podcast. Today we are going to review an interesting article about family. And the title of the article is Awakening the Family's Bond. Awakening the Family's Bond. This article discusses how the family can be united, how a husband can be closer to the wife, how the father can be closer to the children, how the wife can be closer to the husband, how siblings can also be closer to each other. And in here, the article have stated 4 ways of how to be closer to your family, 4 ways of awakening the family's bond, 4 basic ways. If you can practice these 4 ways, you can be closer to your husband more than you ever thought. You can be closer to your children more than you ever imagined. You can be closer to your siblings more than you ever imagined. 4 ways of awakening the family's bond. We are going to review them one after the other. And please, if you are here for the first time before we proceed, if you are here and you have not subscribed, please subscribe. And if you are watching this from our website, send us an email for your newsletters and we'll be updating you on every article that is published on our website. And also for you, and also if you are watching here on YouTube, turn on your notification button so that you can be seeing other articles that we are reviewing. Thank you so much. The opening paragraph of this article says, what binds the family together is having the same blood running through us enough to keep the family and enable everyone to condone the differences that exist. A bond is an emotional connection or union which holds two or more people together. Every family has a bond, irrespective of how scattered you people are, irrespective of where you are and your siblings are, irrespective of where you are and your children are, irrespective of any way you stay. You might not be staying together. You might be staying apart. You might be outside the country, you might be abroad, you might be anywhere, you might be wherever you are. The article says that every family has a bond. There is a bond in every family. Though in the long run, some families tend to grow apart, but that doesn't mean it never existed. So, despite where you are, despite how far you are, you cannot call each other, you can't visit in less than a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, you've not seen your family members. The artist says that the bond has always been there and it will forever be there, or it can't be awakened. So, it's either it is there, you have refused to awaken it, which is the reason for this article, or you need to awaken the family's bond. Every family has a bond. And when we are talking about family, we talk about from immediate family, husband, wife, and children, to the extended, to the uncle, to the aunties. Every family has a bond to come from somewhere. I have seen scenarios where children grew so apart from their family, and when they got married, it was difficult to bring their children home. It could be siblings against each other, parents who are hard, parents who are hardly available to spend time with family. All these are issues that can affect the connection a family has and thus affect the functioning state of such a family. And what does this mean? There are people who grew apart. Maybe you did not grow with your parents. You did not grow with your siblings. You went outside the country, you got married there, you gave birth to children there, and your children are up to 20. They don't know their uncle, which is your own siblings. And he said that this also affects the family. You've not seen your children, you have not seen your brother for a very long time. Sometimes your brother might not even know who your wife is. He doesn't even know who your wife is. He don't know who your husband is. God forbid they meet somewhere else and it causes issue in the family. This is what the article is saying. And the writer says, however, this unit of society is one that its members are meant to live connected forever. So a family is a society that should be forever. That despite how the differences in the family, you should be connected forever. And he says, God forever. And he says, what whatever that is broken can be easily fixed due to basis of makeup. And the writer says that whatsoever is broken, it can be fixed. Whatever make the family broken can be fixed. And that's the essence of this article. That's why you need to pay attention of how to fix a family, how to fix your marriage. Like I said, family start from husband and wife to children to siblings and the rest. The four effective habits, we are now going the four effective habits. How can you awaken the family bond? How can you awaken the family bond? The four effective habits. Number one says stay connected. The first habit of awakening the family bond is to stay connected. The first way is to stay connected. And the article says the same energy you take to work must also be deposited in your family. The same energy you take to work, the same energy you apply in your job, is the same energy or more that should also deposit it in your family. So sometimes we are so busy. We work from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Sometimes more than that. We run the night shift, morning shift, evening shift, whatsoever. We don't have time for our family. The writer said that that same energy that you apply in your work, apply the same energy in your family. You must stay connected. And it says that is how important you should see your home. So if you are so your job should not be more important than your home. That's what the article says. That as you take your job serious, as you take your time in your office serious, you should also take the time in your family very serious. And it goes on to say, cultivate this connection. Now it goes on to say, cultivate this connection by spending time sitting if far from home. So you should create a time to visit your family members if you are staying far from home. Create time to visit with them. Create time to meet with them if you are far from home. Having plenty and deep conversation through phone calls and always thinking of ways or things you can do to make the other person smile is the best way. You should also think of how to make your child smile, how to make your father smile, how to make your wife, your husband smile, how to make your sibling smile. Even when you are not staying together, you should have time to visit your siblings, have time to visit your family, have deep conversation on the phone, call them, and think of ways to make them smile. It's one of the ways that you can be connected together. Have a deep conversation, lengthy and deep conversation on the phone. Talk about certain things, talk about matters of the heart, discuss issues with your family member. By doing this, you can now strengthen the family bond, awaken the family bond. A second habit that will help you to awaken your family's bond is to accept the differences among yourself and focus more on the good side of each person. This number two says that you should forget about whatsoever differences you guys had before. You might have fought with your brother, you might have fought with your sister. It might be there might have been an issue that that separated you people. But the article says that you should accept the differences and focus more on the good side of the person. No one is bad totally, that no one is good totally. We are human beings and we have lapses. So when you focus on the good side of me, you can forgive me. No one is good enough. We have our bad side, we have our good side. So the article says that you should accept the differences of the person, the differences of your wife, the differences of your husband, the differences of your siblings. You should forget about the differences that you have in your family and focus on the good side of the person. And by doing this, you can now awaken the family's bond. We all are not the same. We have our lapses, you understand? There are things that we do that we are not supposed to do. We hurt our siblings. And the article says that you should forget about those negativities and focus on the positive side of the person. There is no one that is 100% good, no one that is 100% bad. But when you focus on the good side of it, you can stay connected with your family. And also, children hurt their parents, parents hurt their children. So, if you want to focus on the negativity part of your family, you will not awaken the family's bond. And the article says that you should accept the differences. The article goes on to say, let them know you love something they do. Appreciate them. Then you can encourage them to be better people. So the article says that even when your siblings or any member of your family is not doing something right, you know that there is negative part of his or her life. You should encourage them in the one that they have done well, the good part of them. When you encourage them in the good part of them, they will by that encouragement now they will become better people. That is true because I've learned this. There are some people that they will never see the good side of you. All what they want to see is the negative part. You understand me? They can never compliment you. They can never say you have done well. But the day that you do something bad, that is what they pick against you. So the article says that you should always let your family member know that you love what they do. The little ones that they have done right, encourage them by that one. And the more encouragement you push on them, the more they will become better person. Because says when they feel you aren't against them, but interested in their lives, you will have for yourself a closer and sincere child, sibling, or partner. No one wants to be outright attacked for change. So when your partner knows that you are interested in their life, when your child knows that you are interested in his or her life, when your husband knows that you are interested in his or her life, or your wife, you will have a good partner. And no one wants to be outcasted, no one wants to be ashamed every time. You should make them know that you care about them, you like what they do, you encourage them, you stay connected to them. The third basic ways of awakening the family bond is saying I'm sorry and finding everything forgivable. Saying I'm sorry and finding everything forgivable is another way to awaken families bond. When you say to your partner, say to your child, say to your parents, say to your sibling, I'm sorry. You find everything they have done wrong forgivable. You are going to awaken the family's bond. And the article goes on to say, by now I should assume that you know your sibling can be very annoying, that it will take effort to understand and please your partner. And doesn't exist. And the perfect home doesn't exist, but only people who are working towards having a healthy home. It is important to know how to apologize when wrong, not regarding your age, sex, or responsibility in the family. And just as much, forgiveness should also come in easily. When the family is tense with people who are offended with the unresolved grudges, the joy in that home is limited. The ability to apologize and forgive are the attributes every member of a family should possess for the raising of a home bounded by love. To forgive, to apologize and to forgive does not have anything to do with I am a male in the family, I am a female in the family, I am the senior in the family, I am the junior, whatsoever it is, I'm the husband, I'm the wife. The article says that if you want a good family, if you want a united family, irrespective of your age, your sex, whatsoever, your gender, you should apologize when you are wrong. You should also forgive when they apologize to you, even without apologizing. Just have that forgivable mind. Just have that mind that someone will wrong you anytime, and if they apologize, to forgive them. So for you to awaken your family's bond, you should be saying I'm sorry. Learn to say I'm sorry. Learn to forgive. Find everything that the person does forgivable. Forget about. Just have in mind that your sibling is going to hurt you. Some siblings are so annoying. Yes, we all have those annoying siblings. We have them. Sometimes it's our partner. But you have to understand that you are in for it. You have to always forgive. You have to always apologize when you are wrong. By doing this, you are going to awaken the family's bond. The fourth habit of awakening the family's bond is establishing a spirit of helpfulness and support for each other's growth. The family should be the source of strength to each other. No two people have the same grace. No two people have the same grace. People are different. You should be able to be helpful to your brother, be helpful to your sister, be helpful to your cousin, be helpful to your family members, your son, your daughter, your wife, your husband. Be helpful. Have this establish this helpful spirit. Appreciate what they do. Ask questions how you can help them. What are their lapses? What are their weaknesses? Where can you come in to help them? The writer says that if you do this, you will awaken the family bond. When you help your sister, you help your brother, and you will awaken the family's bond. Then you call them to ask questions. Where can you come in their lives? What can you do for them at the moment? What are their challenges? You call them, you ask them questions. You ask your husband, what can I do for you? What is it? You go into deep, like we said before in the other point, you go into deep conversation. You ask questions. You help them. You have this spirit of helping them. Give them strength. Give your family members strength. That if you do this, you are going to awaken the family's bond. They know that you care for them, that you want them to be happy. You want them to grow. So you should be involved in their growth. Find out what they do and see how you can come in. And when you do this, you are going to awaken the family bond. How can you help your wife? How can you help your husband? The writer says that learn to be helpful, especially when you are home. whether as a partner, siblings, daughter, son, learn to be helpful. You need to learn how to help your wife, learn how to help your husband, learn how to help your brother, your sister, your son, your daughter, your mother, your father. Learn how to be helpful. When you learn how to be helpful in the home, you are going to awaken the family bond. In conclusion, the article says that every member of a family ought to consciously work towards the family's bonding, knowing that family will always be that constant place in our lives. So it's not only the father that has the right to work on the family bonding. It's not only the mother that have the right to work on the family bonding. It is the collective effort of all the family members, both from the father, mother, the children, the son, daughter. You are to work on your family bonding. There are some people that you need to just carry your phone and call them. You need to call your siblings now. You need to call your father, call your mother, call your son, call your daughter. Find out about their life. Awaken that family bonding. Awaken the family bonding. When you awaken the family bonding, everybody in the family will be happy. If you call your siblings today, they might return the call tomorrow. But if I've never called, say, okay, my sister have never called me, my brother have never called me, they will not call you too. So it's not the responsibility of them to call you. It's not also your responsibility to call them. But for you to awaken the family's bond, you have to do something. You have to take the action. That's the essence of this article. Awakening the family's bond. Family should be united. And a fast recap of how to awaken the family's bond. Remember, the writer says number one is staying connected. Staying connected. You have to call the person. That's the number one. How to just try to call the person. If you are close by, you can visit the person. Plan a visit. Stay connected. Number two says accept the differences among yourself. There will always be differences. There will always be differences. You have to accept it and focus on the good side of the person. Focus on the good side of the person. Number three says saying I'm sorry and finding everything forgivable. Always say I'm sorry to your siblings when you are wrong. Say it to your father, say it to your son, say it to your daughter, say it to your husband and your wife. Say I'm sorry. The word I'm sorry can 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 melt someone's heart at a point, can melt fire quench. So learn to say I'm sorry in your family. When you are don't even don't even expect someone to ask you or to request the I'm sorry from you. When you know that you are wrong, you have done something that hurts the fellow your brother, your sister, your husband, your wife, you say I'm sorry. It's going to go a long way in their heart. Number four says establishing a spirit of helpfulness. Learn to help your brother, learn to help your sister, learn to help your father, learn to help your mother, learn to help your son, learn to help your daughter. Let there be this spirit of help. Focus on helping them, focus on their growth to have their interests at heart. And if you do this, you are going to work on the family bond. Thank you so much for staying with me up to this point. I believe that with this article, we are going to learn how to awaken our family's bond. We are going to be stay together, stay united. I believe that no matter the lapses we have in our family, that reading this article and listening to this podcast, we are going to apply these ways in staying connected to our family members. I would like to hear from you. Let me know in the comment section what are the differences that you might have faced in your family. What made the family split? I would just like to hear from you. If you're watching this from our website, send us an email. We are going to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much.